Hey guys, welcome back. This is the new video in the playlist Company or Job Switch. In the previous videos, I was talking about the list of companies where I was mentioning, in which companies there are openings, in which companies the hiring has been freezed. I was mainly mentioning about the telecom companies, okay? And also I was mentioning about the list of job positions that are available in Apple. If you want to get the positions in Apple, then it is better if you get a referral, then the process will be much faster. Otherwise you have to wait for a long time. In this regard, I will get many questions like, once you decide to switch the company, then how much time does it take to get a new offer? Okay, how much time should you allocate to prepare for your interviews, to write your resume, and to give interviews and all, and how much time you should spend for negotiation and all these things. So there are a lot of questions in this regard. So I want to give you some perspective over here so that you have some reference. Okay, otherwise, why this is important is, if you don't have the reference, then you will have something in your mind like, okay, I should be getting the job in next 1.5 months, but if it goes beyond 3 months or 4 months, then it will dent your confidence, right, which is not good. The another point is, you might think that it will happen, one and a half, it will happen 1.5 months, and sometimes if it happens, then it is well and good. Okay, you are boosting up your confidence. So I want to give the right perspective here so that you can take it as a reference and see that where you stand. So the first and foremost thing is, the moment you decide to change the job, you have to do a lot of process, right? You have to take care of a lot of things before you get a new offer letter. I will go through one by one, and we will see how much time each of these process takes. This is my opinion. Obviously it depends from person to person, but this will be the more disciplined and more systematic way, or one can wait. For example, once you decide, you need to prepare your resume. Okay, so the thing is that, uh, in my opinion, what I do is, resume plus preparation will go hand in hand. So so what do I do? I usually keep this to be 2 to 3 weeks. So how do we prepare the resume? Actually, some people would be writing the content in the resume, what all they have worked, and then they will start preparing it. uh, that may be good, but in my opinion, that might not be so good, because if the questions are coming from those resume points, then at some point there are chances that you would get stuck. But if you follow the procedure where first you prepare, like, you might have worked on, let's say, topic number one in your company, and on this topic first you prepare, and based on the preparation, you can decide what lines can be put in the resume. Okay, so that you are able to answer all the cross questions that are coming based on this particular line in your resume. So that will help. So the preparation and resume should go hand in hand. um, First you prepare one topic, and from that topic you decide what lines to be put in your resume, and that should go for about 2 to 3 weeks, and by the end of the third week your resume is completed, and your I will say your resume is completed. And what about the preparation? I would say some, the 60 to 70% of the preparation is done. Okay, all right. Now, what is the remaining 30% of preparation? So 40 to 30% of preparation, what is it? So there are things like coding, or C language related preparations, or some other preparations which you wanted to continue based on your preparation while you are writing your resume. Okay, so that would take, I would say that would take 1 to 2 weeks. So after 1 week, you can start giving your resumes to companies. Basically, in this case, I would say, in the worst case, 1 month, 1 week. So by the end of 1 month, 1 week, you can actually give resumes to various companies. You can submit resumes to various companies. Okay. So that once you give the resume, what is the next step? The next step is companies will call you. So they will go for screening of your resume, and they will allocate a slot for the interviews. So that would take, let's say, 1 week. Sometimes it goes up to 2 weeks as well, depends. So that's what, like, if you have gone via referral, then the process would be much faster. If you are applying on your own, then maybe 1 to 2 weeks, depending upon how aggressively they are hiring, how much openings are there, and things like that. So let me take the worst case, so 2 weeks. Okay. Once at the end of the second week, if they're scheduling the interviews, so now interviews. Considering many companies would go for 4 to 5 rounds, and there will be a telephonic round interview and many things like that. So I want to consider in the worst case. So in which case, like I was mentioning about the Apple, right? Apple itself will go for I would say 5 to 6 rounds. So sometimes it happens back to back. Sometimes they will take a gap of 2 days, 3 days. So in which case, the interviews itself will take around 2 weeks. Okay. So sometimes 1 week, or sometimes it goes up to 2 weeks. Then after your interview, then the result. So how much time they would take to decide? Again, it varies. I would say um, I would say 10 days. Okay. Then once they announce the result, then goes for a negotiation for your salaries. So that would take another, let's say, 10 days. So total this is going to be, let's say, 21 days. Approximately I will take it as 3 weeks. Okay. So this is how the process goes on. See, your resume preparation. Now I will try to add the number of weeks. Okay, this is completed in 1 month, 1 week, and all this process gets over in, you know this is 1 month, this is 1 month, and this is 3 weeks. So basically, 2 months plus 3 weeks and one, so basically 3 months. Okay. So this is the optimal and systematic time that you can wait. This changing a job itself is like a project for about 3 months. So you are right from your preparation, and submitting your resume, screening, interview, result, negotiation. By the end of the 3 months, you can expect that you will have a new offer. Okay. For some people, as I mentioned, it can happen just 1.5 months, because they might be giving interviews very frequently, in which case, their resume preparation and all these things will not take 2 to 3 weeks. Just they would take around 10 days. Okay. Then some revision another 5 days. So basically 2 weeks they will finish the resume preparation, everything. And then they would be having, let's say, referral. So it goes just 1 week. Then interviews also, since they have the referral, they might be going for less number of rounds. So this also goes just 1 week. Then result might be in another 5 days, negotiation another 1 week. So this would happen less than 1.5 months also. Okay, there are chances and people have got the offers much faster, but the decent amount of time would be 3 months. Okay, you can say 3 months, but if it is going beyond 3 months, then it is a little concern on your preparation and all these things. So don't worry, it depends on a lot of factors. So once you want to change the companies, like for example, in the current crisis, okay, there are a lot of companies which are not hiring. There are companies which are very less companies are hiring. Okay, now if you want to change a company, then definitely it will not take 3 months. Like it might take 4 months, 5 months, or it can go up to 6 months. So be patient and ensure that you still hold that confidence, and with your willpower you try to crack the interviews and you try to proceed further. Okay, with this I think you got the clarity on how much time you can wait, or how much time you can spend before you gonna get a new offer. Like this the important information I will try to bring in the upcoming videos. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.